Hello, I'm Dr. Rob Middleburg, and I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to our philosophy on postmortem sample collection. As a client of ours, you'll be receiving a postmortem toxicology portfolio kit, and within that kit there's a number of options for you to collect samples so that hopefully you will get the best results that can assist you in determining whether toxicology played a role in the cause and manner of death. Initially, what you'll find in the kit are two gray top tubes, vacutainer type tubes that contain fluoride and oxalate, mainly to keep the sample liquid as well as to maintain bacterial contamination, at least keep it in check. What you do is, in order to use these tubes, you absolutely have to puncture the top with a needle. You have an option of taking the top off, not the recommended technique because the tops can be removed during transport, but if you're going to use that process, put the top back in securely, wrap it with some kind of film or foil to make sure that the top stays intact. Once you collect your samples, they will be put in a sleeve that we provide to you, and we recommend that you collect enough blood to fill each tube, 2 tubes preferably, so as to minimize any headspace to maintain the integrity of the samples for your volatile substances and to limit oxidative processes that could be introduced by not having a sealed vacutainer tube. We also supply to you in the basic kit a clear vial that you can use for collecting urine or perhaps a tissue. We do not recommend combining tissues in a single tube. That actually leads to contamination, so please do not follow that process. However, we also recognize that each case is unique, and because each case is unique, you need to have some other options. And those options include the necessary collection, in some instances, of tissues, of various other fluids, and because of that we offer some additional collection containers. We have 2 more of these plastic containers that you can put, say, liver and kidney in if you need to. We offer red top tubes for collecting samples like vitreous. What you would do is you would actually use 2 tubes if necessary, one for the left eye, one for the right eye, if that's your practice on how to collect vitreous humor. You can also use a red top tube in instances where you might suspect fluoride or oxalate, say in a case of ethylene glycol poisoning. Because if you use a gray top tube where there is fluoride and oxalate, obviously you're going to get positive findings. So you use a red top tube in certain circumstances and situations that dictate the use of this tube. We also can provide you with other collection vials if necessary, depending on the situation. Once you've collected all your samples, of course, it's important to get the samples to NMS labs. You have to start off by submitting in one form or another a requisition sheet that contains the chain of custody. And this sheet can be submitted either electronically through web portal, or if still you need to use a paper process, we can still supply the paper for you. Samples, once you've completed your requisition, and once that's either submitted to us electronically or you're going to submit the requisition directly with the samples, should be sent to us overnight, if at all possible, with cold pack to maintain integrity of toxicological analytes.